Just before we look at the TA for Bitcoin, don't forget to visit our website, bpoi.uk. Have a look around. Quite a lot of information on the website, and then you've got click here to sign up. So just click on this particular button. That takes you to bpoi.uk join. And then just have a look at the membership plan. So just want to do a month, $40, 6 months, $100, 12 months, $150. And we got some lifetime memberships as well, 49 lifetime memberships left, $200. So well worth the money. And then obviously take a look around the website and look at the different channels. If you want to join our free Telegram channel, just click on this button here. And then as long as you've got a Telegram account, just click on the view in Telegram and that'll take you to our free channel. We do post quite a bit of information in the free channel, and we'll answer any of your questions, whether that be on a setup that you're looking at or something that we've posted. Okay, cheers guys. Morning guys, 11:40, January the 17th, Monday, January the 17th. Remember, Wall Street closed, so traditional markets closed, so no movement from the SPX or the DXY at the moment. So waiting for those to reopen tomorrow just to see what effect they're going to have on the Bitcoin price action, if any. Also keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance starting to move upwards, a bit of a pump from Bitcoin dominance. This is the daily chart, so we're in this area where we've seen strong movement up before. Let me just get my brush tool. So strong movement up before. Whenever we've sort of bounced off this level, we've seen this strong movement upwards. Okay, very, very bad for altcoins if Bitcoin dominance does this. Okay, we don't want to see this happening. We want to see this happening for altcoin trading and potential altcoin season. Let's just keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance at the moment. You probably would have noticed your altcoin's not doing particularly well over the past 10 hours, I guess. Certainly some of the positions that we're looking at have been moving down, mainly because of this pump from Bitcoin dominance. Equally, we've seen a bit of a move down from Bitcoin. So on the Bitcoin chart 4 hour, just want to join this trend line if you haven't got it already. So just starting here and then just finishing down here, we can see that this is acting as strong resistance for Bitcoin at the moment. Okay, struggling to get past this upper trend line. So what am I looking for right now? I'm looking for something from Bitcoin. Okay, so what I would like to see, we've just lost this level here, so 42,807, just lost this level. I'm just looking for Bitcoin to move above this trend line that it's been failing to get above, and hopefully above 43,168. Okay, trading here sideways, and then looking for a breakout of this upper trend line, which is the longer falling wedge that we've been trading in. Key move for me, 43,588. Let's break above 43,588 and start to hold that level. That would be a key move for me, and that would be some sort of signal that things might be about to change. Okay, indicators are looking quite good on the 4 hour, although we've got this bearish MACD. Okay, so depending on what happens here, depends on what happens with the price action. If we see the MACD continue to move downwards, and this stock RSI pegged along the bottom, then we could see some more downward movement. Remember, we're trying to stay above this yellow trend line ideally, and then break out. Okay, so as long as we're staying above this yellow trend line, I'm fairly confident that we're going to see that breakout. If we break below, see a bearish retest, move lower, then potentially we're going to be trading back into the pattern that we're trying to break out of. So we just got to keep an eye on that. I think we may well see a turn in the stock RSI moving up. We may well see a rotation in the MACD, and hopefully see this start to turn bullish, which would potentially give us enough momentum to push us through this trend line, through these small resistance lines here. RSI is below 50, so a little bit bullish, although pointing upwards a little bit bullish on the RSI, so we need to keep an eye on that as well. My concern really is on the daily at the moment. So if I go to the daily time frame, actually let's go to the cleaned up chart, daily time frame here. Okay, so stock RSI overbought. Okay, just about to turn bearish. Just haven't had that cross yet, but looks like it's about to turn bearish. If that happens, and we see the MACD, which currently just turned bullish, if we see this start to turn, see these this histogram start to go lighter and this start to turn, then I am expecting there to be some more downside, and particularly a test of these lower levels. Okay, so keep an eye on the daily time frame, maybe the 12-hour time frame as well, just to give you an idea of what's going on. So we've seen that bearish cross on the stock RSI on the 12-hour time frame. Okay, and we can see with the histogram bars that the MACD is starting to turn as well. This could spell more downside. Okay, so Going to the, if I go back to the daily on the fractal that we've got, okay, so potentially if we do see that downside, we may well lose this yellow trend line, which we're trying to stay above. But if we do see that downside, it kind of plays into the fractal idea where we're going to see one more low, reach the lows one more time, and then potentially put in this double bottom before hopefully moving higher and turning bullish and moving out of this bearish cycle. What we don't want to see is a continuation down into this pattern, okay? So if we get this rejection of this upper trend line and then a move lower, then potentially we're trading in this falling wedge for a bit longer. Remember, we're trading down. Bitcoin is bearish until we break out of this falling wedge. It's as simple as that in some cases. So your trading basically begins when Bitcoin breaks this upper trend line and holds the upper trend line, okay? But I'm just thinking that we may well see one more move down to the lows before we see a breakout and a move higher. And that would coincide with what's happening with the indicators on the daily time frame. Okay, so we may see this move down, we may see this turn, move bearish, and then the RSI move down as well, put in the double bottom on the RSI and a move up. And all three start to move up in sync together, which will give us that momentum to start the beginning of potentially a bull cycle, although don't want to call that just yet. Okay, so trading in this falling wedge, we can see what needs to be done. I'm just going to go back to the 4-hour time frame. We can see what needs to be done in the very short term. We just need to break this trend line, this new trend line, and then we need to be breaking this upper trend line. And as I said before, key for me, 43,588. Bitcoin just needs to be trading above it and holding this particular trend line. Okay, keep an eye on Bitcoin dominance as mentioned, starting to bounce, move higher. Important that that doesn't continue to move higher. Keep an eye on ADA, so some news out for ADA, some very bullish news out for ADA. Posted this in the group just very quickly, simple chart. We're waiting for ADA to break this upper trend line, retest and continue to move higher. Trading is high risk at the moment with regards to where Bitcoin is. So unless you do see these breakouts of these patterns, then I would be skeptical to trade, particularly in this area as well. Looks like just hitting resistance, potential move down. So your area of value for ADA would be down in these regions again. We're down in these lower regions around about $1 to $1.20, I would say, for ADA, even though it's just had some bullish news. It may continue to move upwards. If so, then the alerts will be set in the breakout channel for the group. But again, until traditional markets open, we can't see the future, whether there's any gaps in the futures market. The only gap that we've got at the moment is this one down here, 32.95 to 34.445. Okay, a lot of time these gaps get filled. Not sure whether this one will get filled on this occasion. Ethereum BTC moving down, similar to Bitcoin, so it just gives you an idea of the overall state of the altcoin market moving down. Let's just have a quick look at the fear and greed. 1 second. Let's just bring that into shot. Fear and greed 22. Okay, so still extreme fear. I mean, this gives the look at this last week, yesterday now. Extreme fear. You don't see this particularly often. Okay, but we can see where extreme fear is at the moment. Low of 10 back January the 9th. It's moved up. Just trading sideways at the moment, so no one's really expecting too much from Bitcoin at the moment. Everyone's a little bit afraid of entering any positions because of a lot of FUD in the market, and I guess what the TA is telling us. So yeah, just careful with your trading at the moment. Let's just have a look at the funding rates just to see how they're stacking up. Let's bring those into shot. Funding rates here. Okay, so looking pretty good. So you're mainly concerned with the funding rates of Bitcoin. Okay, when you see funding rates all looking red, then the expectation is that there's going to be a change in the market and a move down. Okay, so bearish move down when everything's red, but when it's whites and greens, it's fairly neutral. Got a little bit of red there. So funding rates are looking quite healthy at the moment, potentially for ready for people to long the market. So keep an eye on the funding rates as well. Like I say, we just don't want to see red across the board because that means everything's overfunded and potentially looking at a correction taking place. Okay, so I'll leave it there for now. Keep an eye on your altcoin positions if you're trading any altcoin setups. Like I say, very simply, we're almost at crunch time. Okay, so Bitcoin needs to make a decision soon. Just need to break this trend line, this new trend line. Okay, and we may need to make a challenge of this upper trend line. Okay, we've been moving across in an upwards pattern. So if we just draw a trend line quite simply across, we can see that Bitcoin has been following this trend line upwards. Okay, hopefully we'll continue to follow this trend line upwards and make a challenge of this upper trend line. Once we get an idea of what happens with this upper trend line, we're in a stronger position to decide on what's likely to happen over the next week or two. If we see rejection here, we could see a move down. If we see a breakout here and a hold of 43,588, then potentially we're in a position where Bitcoin is going to start looking a bit more bullish, and we could be at the end of this bearish trend. Okay, so all eyes on Bitcoin at the moment, safe trading, and yeah, let's wait to see what happens over the next 24 hours. Don't forget, markets reopen tomorrow, not today, so that may well give us a lot of information as to what's likely to happen with the Bitcoin price action for the rest of the week. Okay, safe trading, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Thanks.